Hey guys, welcome back to Micah Makes It. Today me and Cameron are going to be doing a try not to laugh with storyboards.
It's going to be good.
Let's get into it. Alright, here we go. We gotta get a sip of water. Make sure to spit that way if you have to spit.
Hopefully I do.
Ladies and gentlemen, I did some research in preparation for this video. I know, because I wanted to give slam poetry a proper chance of survival before I unintentionally make its entire fan base hate me with the story about the big slam poetry show at my college that I'm about to make your ears bleed with. So I scoured YouTube for hours to find the best slam poetry I possibly could. And the best one I could find was this one about how screens have, taken over our lives. But then I scrolled down to find 90% of the comments said stuff like, who else is only here because their English teacher made them watch this? Which makes me think this isn't a very popular medium. So I wanted to educate myself a little bit on slam poetry before this story. Because it's not enough to just tell you about some of the horrendous poems I heard at this show. Oh no. I'm going to perform them for you. As best as I can from memory. So with that being said, let me tell you my conclusive thoughts on the entire genre of slam poetry after my painstaking educational deep dive before I get into my story. I don't get it! Why doesn't it rhyme?
Yelling Julia Rob hurts!
But enough about the sport in general. I just needed to get that part out of the way before I express my immense confusion at the time of attending this college demonstration. So a few years ago, during the time of my college study room video, for those of you who are keeping track of the timeline, one of our friends was taking a poetry class. I honestly didn't know they had these, but it was a community college, so go figure. Anyway, at the end of the semester, apparently for this class in particular, their final was a big slam poetry demonstration in the middle of the main building for all to come, see, and enjoy. And in comes, we'll call him Alex. Alex is one of the funniest dudes I have
Are you
ever
sure this
met
is a
in my
funny video?
entire life. I enjoy making people laugh when I talk to them.
Cameron recommended this.
But this dude seemed to just put everyone else's sense of humor to shame. So one day, the girl taking the poetry class, we'll call her Emily, invited a bunch of people to come see their demonstration because she was gonna present her final, and she said she would love some support from her friends. So we were all like, sure. And then I realized, right after I agreed, I don't know how long this event's gonna be. Of course, we're gonna be there to support Emily, but that also means by default supporting her other 15 or so classmates, because it would be really rude to just show up for her final and then leave before anybody else gets to go. But it's not like I had anything better to do, and neither did Alex. Min? Sure. So we're like, sure, why not? We'll stay for the whole thing. Who knows? Maybe it'll be fun. I've never been to a poetry slam before. How bad can it be? That afternoon, Alex and I went to the main building where they had set up a podium with a ton of chairs, and we didn't really know what to expect. But on the bright side, we got some really good seats. Ladies and gentlemen, I am not only a professor, but also an ongoing student of poetry. And I've gathered you all here today to showcase each of my students' unique gifts and talents, who study to become true antitheses of bibliophobia. The catch is, I've heard and helped my students showcase their poetry throughout my class. Min? Oh, yeah, sure. But for this special occasion, I've asked them to write an entirely new slam poem for their final this semester. So today will not only be your first time hearing their final pieces, but mine as well. Which is a bit risky if you ask me. And on top of that, they will be graded based on my assessment of how the audience receives their piece. Okay, that's a lot of power to put in the hands of all 4 audience members. Thankfully, just as I thought that, some other class must have let out and they came out to watch the demonstration, which was a huge relief because I did not want that kind of responsibility. Like, the power to make any of these students potentially fail this class because I accidentally ripped one right in the middle of an important segment is really stressful. Oh, and one last thing.
I don't even know where I'm spinning out. It's not even that fun.
We snap! So if there's a piece you like, feel free to snap away at the end. Not only will it help their grade, but it's also fun! To kick off our exciting event, we have our first poet, Jason! Snap it up for Jason, everyone! This piece is called Life in Darkness. Oh, also, before I get into this, 2 things. This was a few years ago and I'm doing this off memory. 2, I still don't know the rules of slam poetry. And D, I'm gonna try to make these actually rhyme and have some sense of pattern to them because it would physically pain me not to. And as far as I can remember, theirs had almost none of that. So anyway, here we go. Trees in the breeze, blowing yet glowing in the sunlight. Breathing, but not sneezing or uptight. The birds are chirping.
Hey, yo, I'm a bird.
The creatures are stirring. I am alive. But at what cost? To live in darkness and have no eyes.
Hey, yo, I'm a bird.
I'm awake but cannot see. Conscious but I cannot feel. Oh, for someone to steal the zeal of my feels so I can discern what's really real. And refrain from using my branches to beat the tar out of that squirrel who likes to store his nuts in me. His life is pain and I'm in pain and this woodpecker is like really annoying. Like, why are you even doing that, bro? When will it end? Why must it be that I can't see as I am but a humble tree?
Gonna need more water.
So this is how it's gonna go, huh?
Oh, buddy, it only gets worse from here, don't you worry. Wait, no!
Wow, thank you, Jason. Wasn't that, fruitful? You get it? Because trees and... okay, okay, alright. Quiet! Our next story... Sorry. It's okay. Our next speaker is Jessica. Give it up for Jessica, everyone! A few more students went, and they were fairly unmemorable. Some of them were really short and sweet. The journey of a snail, slowly going. On one leg I am rowing. Doesn't matter where the journey would take me, how far or how long. To say it would be quick would be wrong. But along the path I am never alone, because the whole way, on my back, I'd carry my home. Okay, yeah, that was pretty good. Oh yeah, that was the best one so far. And then finally, the whole reason we were there in the first place, it was Emily's turn.
Hi, everyone! This piece is called Bookworm.
Under a tree, in my head, dancing images I can see, as I gaze at the page of the words which bring rage or peace. It is quite relaxing, to say the least, as my imagination runs wild like a beast. It is truly heightened, like yeast. I turn the paper to find more linguistical favor. The words tickle this brain of mine, as this story contains not only a backbone, but also a spine. Oh. As it is hard to break, but it can bend to the will of your imagination, which has no end. So I read, as it be, under the branches of this most gracious tree. Because surely, as this tree gives me shade and cover, when this story ends, I will surely pick up another.
Thanks, everyone!
Dude, that was sick! What the heck? Woo! We made sure to show our support and snapped as loud as we could. And I'm like, alright, there's only a few people left. And it would be super rude to get up and leave now, so we'll just stay for the rest of it. Oh, what's that? It's gonna be traumatizing? Oh, I can't wait! Up next is Nicole!
Sorry, I just wanted to get some water.
This one is called starting the race. Yeah, this one's gonna be tough. Just try not to use your imagination too much, okay? Alright, anyway. I awake from my first slumber, as if it's a dream or a trance I've been under. I feel cramped. I can't get out. It's like I'm stuck inside. An escape or an exit is what I must find. As I feel along these walls, oh how I dream of freedom. And just then, a sliver of light opens as a hand reaches in and grabs my head. Ow! Ow, my head! To be pulled through such a small opening as Okay, I'm gonna fast forward a bit. She basically just talked about how much it hurt squeezing through this tiny opening into the light, and then she screamed into a microphone in front of a public audience in the middle of campus. Oh yeah. No, I tried to write this one out. I really did. I just couldn't do it. You know what this one was about? You know what she monologued about for like 8 straight minutes? She was describing birth from the perspective of a fetus, which would have been fine if it wasn't in grave detail. All right. Well, thank you, Nicole, for that, lovely mental image. Okay, moving on to our last performance of today. We were all shocked. And I was like, okay, there's no possible way it could get any worse from here, right? Our last speaker is Grace. Let's hear it for Grace, everyone. This piece is called The Stallion. Uh-oh. I don't know how, but I can already tell this is gonna be a roller coaster. I walk to the stable, ready to tend the horses, but I see a figure in the distance. Not quite a man, for what can he be? Isn't this supposed to rhyme? As I approach, I see luscious, flowing locks, and a harsh, sharp jaw with the deepest brown eyes I could do a cannonball into and swim around and never find the bottom. I don't think a single word has rhymed so far. I see it now. It's a beautiful horse with the body of a chiseled man. His horse lips creep closer to me.
By the way, we got 2 minutes left. Let me fill up the water really quick. Oh, this is great, guys.
Fine, and he... Whoa, whoa, whoa. I am a family-friendly channel. There will be no whatever this is. She didn't talk about anything super weird. It was just awkward. Really awkward. Too awkward to animate and edit while I'm at a Starbucks. But I can promise you, whatever you think she's saying, it's way more uncomfortable. Even the teacher looked like she was about to explode. You could tell she was trying her hardest to find not a rude time to intercede and tell her to stop, but she just kept going. It was no joke, probably 10 straight minutes where this girl took almost 0 breaths and nonstop violated our eardrums with this mystery horseman fantasy novel. This was supposed to be a poetry reading, a couple lines, maybe a paragraph, not the Lord of the Rings extended edition. Right when I thought all hope was lost and I would never financially recover from this. And with his long, luscious tail, he... It's flowing in the wind and he... Hey, I am in the middle of... And... Okay, so sorry, but that's all the time we have for today. But I'm not finished. The teacher took that opportunity, stood up, and walked over to the podium. Give it up for Grace, everyone. So sorry we ran out of time. I'm gonna be changing the rules for next semester's final. Thank you all for coming, and have a wonderful day after that, if you can. Alex saved us that day. All of us. As far as I'm concerned, everyone in that audience owed Alex their entire paychecks for the next 3 years. I never asked, but to this day, I just know that he intentionally caused the disruption so loud with his tin of Altoids in order to give the teacher a chance to step in and wrap up the event. And I never thanked him for that. So, Alex, homie, if you're watching this, thank you for the mint. I still have it. Anyway, comment what you think the rules to poetry are, and check out this video where I participated in the egg version of Warzone. And as always, thank you so much for watching.
Anyway, that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, we'll maybe do another one. I don't know. Thank you. Gracias. Peace.
Get out of here.
No, like, seriously, what are you still doing here? Leave. They're still here. Why?
No, it's really weird.
Yeah.
Alright. If you've made it this far, you are one of the lucky ones who are going to learn about the new big thing that's happening. You see, Micah has decided, after careful thought,
That.